Greetings, intrepid YouTube viewer. Our adventures in Star Citizen Alpha 3.0 continue, and what I'm going to show you today is a bit of mission gameplay. So let's open our contract manager app. This is where you can keep track of the various different mission types. You'll see there's investigation missions and maintenance missions and all sorts of other things. So I've, for convenience sake, already accepted one. Searching for Verhoeven. Let's see what it says. Not expecting a happy outcome on this one. Leon Verhoeven was last heard from when they boarded a constellation. That same ship was reported destroyed. Now the family needs to confirm what happened one way or the other. That's where you come in. Go search the ship's remains, locate Verhoeven. You can hopefully give them a little peace of mind, etc. So yeah, there we go. I've just received a mission marker. There's a derelict site around 43,000 kilometers away. So I guess I'll be taking the spaceship then. It's definitely not in walking distance.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
And there we are, pad A7. So we shall run outside and board our trusty Aurora. I don't know whether you've noticed this, but the sound changes quite significantly once you move into a vacuum environment. Everything takes on this dull, hollow quality, especially the thumping sound of your space boots on the ground. Another look at this amazing glass shader that they've added. Yeah, my Aurora's airlock could do with a little polishing, but that's okay. More important things to take care of at the moment than polishing airlock glass. So let's get into the pilot seat. What was I doing again? Ah, yes.
Welcome to Robert Space.
Sorry, I spaced out there for a second. Ha 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 ha.
Take off complete. Shields max.
Little spaceship humor there.
Landing gear raised.
Alright, so let's follow the mission marker. You'll see the derelict site is pointed in that direction, and by the looks of it, that will be, there we are. It's somewhere close to or on the moon of Daymar, which you will have seen before, obviously. So let's set Daymar as the destination and we'll go check it out. Engage the quantum drive.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now
Outstanding, here we are. Okay, the derelict site is 700 odd k's away. That means it's on the other side of Daymar, so I have to hop, skip and jump a little bit closer. Not that one, let's see, this one. Now that might get us where we want to go. Let's have a look.
quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Oh, sun's in my eye. Right, still not quite close enough. We'll think it over to OM1.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Ooh, that's bright. I'm full on the sunny side of the moon now. Yeah, 230 odd kilometers. That looks a bit more manageable. So engage the afterburner. And there we go, cruising towards the surface of Daymar. Oh, lovely. Planet Crusader peeking out behind Daymar there on the right. Now you can see some of the varied terrain that is on the surface of Daymar. It sort of reminds me of our own moon. Some dark spots across the surface. There's the Stanton star behind us, reflecting off my little space brick. Yes, I'm doing external space shots again. It wouldn't be a Whiplash Play Star Citizen video if I didn't do that, now would it? I have to remain true to my style after all. So at this point you might be hearing some scratchy sound again as we watch Planet Crusader disappear around the edge of Daymar. That appears to me to be a quirk of the Xbox DVR app that I use to record my gameplay footage. Little behind the scenes peek for you then and to my setup. I am now going to switch over to the Radeon Relive app, which allows you to record gameplay using the AMD Radeon driver. Since I'm rocking an RX 580 graphics card, so I can use the Radeon driver for gameplay recording, and I've done a couple of tests that seems to solve the scratchy audio problem. So apologies for these short little snippets where the audio quality is a little bit bad. Visually everything appears to be okay, so I'll just keep talking and try and distract you from the scratchiness. Slowing down a little so we don't whack into the surface of the moon, which rather embarrassingly I've done on more than one occasion. So oh, this is cool. So yeah, apart from the magnificent exterior shots, of course, we appear to be approaching an area on the moon that is something I can shoot at. That's not what I was going to say. Little weapon test fire, just for kicks. So the previous video where I landed at the Arcorp mining, no, it wasn't Arcorp, it was the Verhoeven mining station. Sorry there, I just needed to accelerate to a speed that'll get us to the wreck site sometime within the next century or so. The previous video where I did the Verhoeven mining station, the terrain was considerably flatter and friendlier. So this area of Daymar, as we are approaching closer to the surface, you can see that a lot more clearly, is pitted with all sorts of canyons, valleys, trenches even you might call them. There appears to be some flat-topped, I wouldn't quite call them mountains, maybe ridges. So no real mountain top sticking out, but you've got these flat-topped ridges with some valleys in between them, and it looks as though this wreck is inside one of those canyons. So here's what we're going to do. We're not just going to fly straight at it, we're going to take the scenic route. How cool is that? Down below ridgetop level, and here we go. We have a wreck site, Inspector. Let's just get a little bit closer, see what we can see. And there's definitely bits and pieces of spaceships scattered all over the place, that much is obvious. I suspect something foul is afoot, Watson. So they mention a crashed constellation in the mission brief. That might be a constellation midsection over there. Various other bits scattered all over the surface, so look at those ridge lines. Wind sweeping through the canyon, rocking the ship a little bit, so we'll just find a safe spot to sit down, close as possible to the wreck, since I don't want to walk too far.
Landing complete.
My spaceman is lazy like that. Nope. Bit of a bumpy landing, but like they say, any landing you can walk away from. Right, so you might notice that I don't use the exit button all that often. There seems to be some weird and funky bug where using the exit button causes my spaceman to injure himself when he exits the ship, so I prefer to do it manual style. There we go. A little bit of an incline, but she looks to be sturdy enough, so here we are. Wreck investigation time. Once we've admired the scenery, of course. Lots of dust being blown through the atmosphere. Alright, so we want to find dear Mr. Verhoeven. What if he's any relation of I think it was Paul Verhoeven that made the original RoboCop movie? 30th century descendant, maybe. Who knows? Okay, nothing in here. Oh, here's a crate lying around. Govelik's shipping company, no less. So if I had any cargo space, accessible cargo space in my ship, I could pick up crates and pack them inside and go sell them somewhere. That's part of the salvage mechanic, of course, but the Aurora doesn't have a cargo bay with a ramp that I can walk into, so that'll have to wait for another day. Oh, here we go. There's something. This poor fellow has fallen foul of some evil plot, no doubt. Okay, I can't interact with him. Normally with these missions, let's just have a look at the briefing again. Normally with this mission, if you find the person you're looking for, it'll allow you to interact with the body, and then you can it'll update your mission log to say you've located the person you were looking for, and then the mission's completed. So it doesn't appear to be doing that. Maybe this is not who we're looking for. So I'll just keep on exploring the wreck site a bit. Yeah, so these wreck investigation missions are scattered randomly all over the Stanton system map. As a wreck mission is generated, the game will create a wreck site which you can then go and explore. Sometimes they're crashed on the surface, sometimes they're floating in space. this is not a constellation. This is the nose section of a cutlass. I'm just realizing. So it looks as though one thing we can definitely say is that there was either some sort of a collision, or these two had a less than friendly encounter. Yeah, that's definitely a cutlass. This here is the rear end of a cutlass. Yeah, no doubt about it. Something happened which resulted in these two scattering themselves over the surface of the moon. So doesn't appear to be any bodies in this immediate area. But anyway, also not only do you have a variety of locations where you can have Rick investigation missions, you also have a variety of different ships. Here now is the nose section of the Connie. That's definitely what's left of the forward section of a constellation Andromeda. Sad. Such a magnificent ship. Let's go take a peek inside. Another crate. Is this... no, that doesn't appear to be a flight recorder. I can pick it up, but it doesn't appear to be the black box. But then this is not a black box retrieval mission. You have those as well. I think I'll try and do one of those at some point in the future, where instead of looking for a body, you have to retrieve the black box from the ship and go and deliver it somewhere for them to do a crash analysis, no doubt. So, this used to be the bridge, but no dead people around. I see no dead people. So our mission still isn't completed. I'm beginning to think that this body we discovered initially may have been the one that we're looking for. For some reason it's not completing the mission when I inspect it. Just run out in this direction quickly to see if there's any more wreckage around. That sounded like thunder. Huh, interesting. Alright, time for a little sprint up the hill, I think. Get that heart rate pumping. Now on the left hand side, watch my heart rate monitor. 80 beats per minute, 90, 95, 100 beats. Oof, getting a bit out of breath now. Here my character's breathing has increased in tempo as well. So the heart rate and breathing rate is tied to the oxygen system, or the oxygen rate of consumption at least. If you exert yourself, your character's rate of breathing increases, which burns up the oxygen in your tank at an accelerated rate. So interesting mechanic that. Also, if your character's fatigued, you might not be able to hold a weapon properly or aim as accurately as you normally would. So far from just being a run and gun without consequences type game, you'll have to think a little bit about when you go into combat. If you just sprint there, your character might be a little bit out of breath when you arrive, and then you won't be able to fight. So, well, this is officially the only body that's on the wreck site. I'm gonna call this case. What I suspect is going on is that on some servers, in fact quite a number of servers currently, the AI bugs out a little bit and your NPCs don't interact with you the way that they should. And I think that's what's happened here. So because the AI is not interacting properly, even the dead body is now ignoring me, which means unfortunately this mission can't be completed. But it's pretty cool nonetheless, being able to explore crashed ships and look for victims of the crash, or even collect some evidence from the wreck site. Maybe at some point I can do one where the AI is willing to play along. So that's done and dusted. Let's get back inside. I have a plan. Since the wreck investigation didn't quite go as we wanted to, Let's do another trench run, shall we? What's that, audience? Yes, yes, you would like to see me do another trench run.
Enjoy the ride. System check.
Well, I'm nothing if not accommodating.
Shields max.
So, one last look at the crash site. Goodbye, Mr. Verhoeven. May you rest in peace. Alright.
Landing gear raised.
Let's put it to the wall. Dum 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 taram pararam param param pa. What? Have we run out of trench? Well, that's rather disappointing. It seems the terrain's flattening out again. Alright, well then we'll just turn around and go in the reverse direction. Maybe the trench extends a little bit further if you go the other way, so throttle to the stops, here we go. Yep, there goes the wreck site. That's better. Oh, I can see myself having a lot of fun in these canyons. Alright, we've run out of trench again, so let's get a little bit of altitude. Yeah, just like that, the terrain is flattened out again, so magnificent. Oh, hang on, what's this? This is a crater. I've always wanted to take a look at one of these up close, so throw out the anchors. We are going crater investigating. Yep, there it is. Nice big one. Sun appears to be setting as well. So let's have a look at this here crater before it becomes dark. What the hell, why don't we just land inside it? Excellent. Find a flat spot quickly. Yeah, sun is disappearing over the horizon. Oh, bit of a hard touchdown. But once again, how does the old saying go? Any landing you can walk away from is a good one. And a really good landing is one after which they can use the plane again. Getting darker. Oh. You know what I did? I forgot to lower my landing gear. It's no wonder the landing was rough. Oops! Little embarrassing. So here's what we're going to do, folks. We are going to run up the side of the crater and watch ourselves the sundown. That sounds like fun to me. Come on, spaceman, work those legs. 114, 117, 120. Alright, slow things down before this schmuck runs out of breath completely. Climb the last few meters to the rim of the crater. Too late to catch the rim of the sun, but there's my aurora, 240 odd meters away. So here's what we do. We'll get a good view of the direction that the sun is setting in, like so, and then through the miracle of time-lapse and video editing, I'm going to speed things up a little to show you what a Daymar sunset looks like. Sound good? Well, sorry, you don't really have much of a say in the matter. If you're watching this video, that is what's going to happen. There we go, can start to see some stars. And it is dark. Alright, so that was, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes worth of sunset compressed into a couple of seconds. And it has gone pitch black. And the stars are out. So is the wind, apparently. Alright, and I can't see where I'm going. So, on with the flashlight. That's a puny little flashlight, isn't it? Climb down this crater rim that I ran up so enthusiastically. What was I thinking? I hope this guy can't trip and fall flat on his face. Oh, what is this? I do believe we've discovered some flora. Yep, it certainly looks like a cactus. I'm not going to try and play botanist here, but it grows and it's thorny. I don't like thorny plants. Just my luck that that's the only thing that seems to be growing around here. Here comes a puff of dust. Ah, here's more. Interesting. I didn't realize anything grew out here. This it's definitely not a breathable atmosphere, so I assumed that there wouldn't be any living things on the surface, but whatever this plant life is, it appears to be thriving in the atmosphere of Daymar that's toxic to humans. How cool. Okay. Spaceship is still in one piece, albeit sitting on its belly. Sorry about that, my little space brick. Audio is getting scratchy again. It just appears to happen randomly for no reason that I can discover, but right. One last cool thing that I think we can do. Ah, turn on the headlights. What are all these thingies blowing are? Dust particles of some kind, I assume. Alright, so we just watched the sun go down in more or less that direction, I think it is. So we are going to chase the sun. Well, the star more accurately. This is not the sun, this not being the sol system, but we're going to head off in the direction where the Stanton star just went down and see if we can catch some daylight. Yeah, there it is. You can see a little smear of light up ahead. Oh, that looks magnificent. So the line between day and night is right over there, folks. It's night behind me. And stars. And up ahead, bright sunshine. Which appears to be getting closer. Yeah, so it started out as a run-of-the-mill wreck investigation, has now turned into a chase after the sunlight. You never quite know where this game is going to take you, which is one of the things I love about it. So oh, I can see it peeking over the edge. There we are. And we're moving back into light again. Thought you could hide from me, did you? Leave me stranded in darkness. So on that very contemplative note, I think this is probably a good place to end our little star chase. I hope you enjoyed this vid. If you did, consider subscribing to my channel and you'll get notified of more videos in future. So until next time, folks, this is the Whiplash signing off.